What's up, peeps? Dundas here. Alright, so what am I going to talk about today? Well, I guess let's start off with what I'm doing at the gym today. So, and essentially what I did do completely from arriving to the gym, or even heading to the gym and then, sitting here doing my voiceover. So, put the kids to bed tonight, all good, sat in bed, watched a couple of YouTube clips, some random shit, which was relatively just mind-numbing and essentially a waste of time, to be honest. There was nothing constructive about it at all in any way or manner. There was no informative insight, it didn't give me any joy, it didn't improve my knowledge in any way or manner. So I thought to myself, look, I'm not doing anything, let's go downstairs, let's clean up a little bit, because the kids absolutely trashed the house. And I thought, we've got to clean this place up a little bit, because otherwise, if we don't, it's not great. I think I hear rain in the background. Oh, so yeah, cleaned up, and I thought, all right, it's getting a bit later. I've got to get out. I've got to do my workout now. So headed to the gym, and got out of the car. Well, I went to park and Anyways, got out of the car, headed upstairs to the gym. And decided let's go for a run. So I hopped on the treadie and decided to go for a 1k. At the 1k mark, I thought, let's go for 2ks. I reckon I got this. And then as I reached about 1.5 kilometers, or 1.2 kilometers, my breathing got really heavy, and I was looking at my heart rate. And I noticed that it was sitting at 170, which isn't, it's high, but I've had it higher than that before, but I was also younger. So I thought, look, let's just back off a bit. I need to slowly get back into this breathing, this rhythm, and my cardiovascular side of things. And it will get better. I'm not in a sprint. It is a marathon for me, a slow, walky paced marathon, but nonetheless a marathon. And I'll reach that. I'm never going to compete in a marathon in any way or manner. I admit that's just not for me. So, I ran 1.5 k's, hopped off. I was sweating quite profusely, which was great. Did my pull-ups. Pull-ups were a lot harder than usual. I believe because my body was a lot hotter. I've got pants on. I'm not able to relieve much heat through my legs. Obviously shoes on, same thing, at home I generally don't have shoes on, and my body was quite warmed up, probably a little bit more warmed up than usual. So I think if I'd just stuck to 1 kilometre at a slower pace, it would have been okay. So the pull-ups felt a little bit harder than the usual pull-ups themselves, but that's okay. I still hit my 50 pull-ups with relatively good form, and pretty happy with that. So that's a-okay. Then I decided, all right, let's smash our pull-ups now. Let's do some just some incline dumbbell presses. I'll start off with some flies, and now some simple, straightforward dumbbell presses. I don't know why I'm talking to you. If you're watching this video, you can see exactly what I'm doing anyway. So let's talk about something else, shall I? All right, so I did eventually also do some squats, because I told you guys that I was going to do some squats every time I hit the gym from now on. All right. Let's tell you an interesting, fun, exciting ED story. All right. So one day I was a triage nurse, and so essentially I pick and choose in what order a patient gets to see or commence treatment, essentially, and that was me. Relatively senior position in the emergency department as a nurse. So I was triaging. I saw, in the distance, there was a bloke just walking towards me. I was like, oh, okay, let's go outside, see what he's doing. And he's limping. I'm like, okay, fair enough, that's all right. He's probably rolled his ankle or something. And he turned his leg around, and there's a massive, essentially he's been stabbed and slashed to his leg. And I was thinking, oh, mate, what's the story here? It was obviously something dodgy that happened. He goes, someone almost hit me in the car, and I had an argument with them, and they went to, and they hit me with a pole. I was like, yeah, that's no pole, mate. I'm like, they didn't hit me with a pole. He goes, oh, it might have been a knife. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a knife, because half your leg is hanging out there, man. Let's get you in and get you sorted. Literally, this is many years ago, and I'm pretty sure cops and so forth have dealt with it. So this is why I'm going to talk about it, and I'm not using any names or anything like that, or you don't know where my hospital is or anything. So all good. And then roughly about half an hour later, there's a bloke who came in who had been in a fight essentially, and he said, "Bloody hell! Someone just robbed me. Someone tried to rob me just then, and they had a knife, and I used that knife to, they started beating me up, and I grabbed that knife off of him and I stabbed him." I'm like, "Oh, you stabbed the person?" He goes, yeah, I didn't know what to do. They were beating me up for my money, so I got the knife off them in a tussle, and I stabbed him in the leg. I'm like, "Okay, interesting." I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just bruised and battered. I just want to get looked at, make sure I'm okay, probably get the cops involved and so forth." And so, turns out, ding, 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 they both went to the same hospital. Geniuses. Not too far away, there was a couple of coppers who were around for a different incident. A couple of other coppers came in after and asked about the whole situation as well. And I was able to direct them that their colleagues have already had a chat to some of these people. And yeah, so my very simple investigation detective skills wielded the culprit who did some beating up and attempted robbery. So one less baddie off the street. Go me, yeah. Peace out, guys.